Okay, now we're into part two of our benefit cost evaluation for training. You can see we calculated training costs and how they would change over 5 years, adjusting for inflation. And we did the same thing with training benefits, looking both at improved productivity and reduced turnover costs. And now we're ready to synthesize that in the benefit cost analysis. Now, we're going to be using this net present value. Again, we converted the value of the training and the cost of the training over 5 years adjusted for inflation. The net present value brings it back to current day value. And you can see that description there, and it's also in the assignment that we have for this week. Again, this video parallels that assignment. It just uses different numbers. And so we're going to show you how to go about using that net present value in this benefit cost analysis and applying that in Excel. So here we're going to be calculating the annual costs and annual benefits. You can see we're starting with benefits, and these mirror the benefits from above, and so we're just kind of bringing them down, and we do then the same year for our annual costs and do that for each of the years represented in the analysis. Again, these are values that come from above, and then we can just bring them down here and to do that and bring them into this calculation. Here we're calculating the annual value of the training by taking the difference of the benefits and the costs in each year. And here we're calculating the total value of the training by using the sum command. Here we see we start with cell B59 and we're going down to cell G59, and that captures that whole array there and includes that in the sum command. As we continue, we are calculating the present value of annual benefits for each year. And we can see as I type that into the cell that we are taking those benefits and dividing them by 1 plus the cost of capital. And we can see that that reduces the dollar value, brings back that inflation rate to current dollar value. And we do that for each subsequent year. Again, here I'm typing them in because I'm using that cell B65 continuously throughout here. And there may be, again, an easier way to do it. I'm always on my process of discovery of learning how to use Excel. So perhaps if there's a more efficient way, you can tell me in the comments or email me from class. I'd be happy to hear from you on that. Again, just checking again to see as we calculate this that this is truly now showing you a rate that is equal to the current dollar value. So you should consistently see that reduction in the value of benefits because we're taking away that inflation factor. And next, we're going to do the same thing for calculating the values for each of the year's costs. And so we'll start in year 0 and just take that cost in its current dollar value, because it's in current dollar value, at least for the purpose of this exercise. And as we go forward here, again, we're going to apply that formula where we take that value for the costs and divide it by 1 plus the cost of capital. You can see we're doing that same process. You can see those cells being highlighted, which is a useful way of checking yourself. Again, also checking and comparing those values and seeing that consistently the dollar value is being reduced, being brought back to the dollars of today rather than the expected dollars of tomorrow, which will be affected by inflation. So we'll just continue again this process. I'm just typing it in, making reference back to the cost of capital as was described in that formula shown earlier and also detailed in the assignment. Again, if you look at the assignment, there is a document that takes you through step by step also. So I think this video is really just meant to complement that, and hopefully it helps you in executing that assignment. Next, we're going to get the present value of annual value of training, and we're going to do this by taking the benefits and subtracting the costs, and we'll do that for each subsequent year. You can see again I calculate that in the first cell and then do a cut and paste, and Excel will adjust those values accordingly, and then we can sum that by taking that array of annual values that we just created and adding them up through the sum command. And there we have our net present value of training. So I hope this is useful to you. Please contact me if you have questions.